Of the many tragedies of war is the fact that we only hear about certain nations in terms of war. We don't really know their history, what's good about them, their heritage, and so on. We just hear about them as a news item in the news of a country that's fighting another country. Such is the case, of course, with this war in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. It's really sad because we don't really come to understand the value, what was good about these nations, what they really are and were. And this week, in that area of the world, and wherever there is Ukrainian Byzantine Catholics, Ukrainian Orthodox, and even Russians, Orthodox, Russian Catholics, Belarusians, we're celebrating this week the feast of Prince Vladimir, or as it's pronounced by the Ukrainians, Volodymyr. Same person, different pronunciation. Prince Vladimir was a prince in the 900s, 10th century. And that area was pagan at the time. They were talking about the area of now Ukraine, Western Russia, Belarus, that region. But Prince Vladimir wanted in a sense, a national religion. So he sent out emissaries to study and look at other religions and told them, come back and tell me which one you like best. Well, the emissaries went into Hagia Sophia, the great church of Holy Wisdom in Constantinople, which today is modern-day Istanbul, Turkey. And they attended a service there and saw the church. And they came back to the prince and said, we should be a Byzantine Christian nation because we attended the services in the great Byzantine church in Constantinople. And when we attended it, we knew not whether we were in heaven or on earth. And so Vladimir said, okay, our country, our nation, our people will follow Christianity. It will be the Byzantine form of Christianity. And he had all these thousands of people baptized in the Dnieper River there, which is in that region, a very prominent river. And the Christianity there flowered in magnificent ways. See, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, that whole region has a magnificent Christian heritage, magnificent churches, monasteries so plentiful, deep spirituality, spiritual writers, spiritual masters, iconography, great choirs, great liturgical music. That whole region does. And so it's such a pity that all we know about them is that they're fighting. They're a war zone. And it's also most especially a pity because they share almost the same ethnic heritage. I know there's a difference. It's a long history, but they're very similar. And they share the same religious, spiritual heritage, the great spiritual heritage of the Byzantine Church. It's such a tragedy, but at least I want you to know that there's more to those nations than just news items on the news with their very stubborn and frustrating, ongoing, senseless war. Pray for them. Pray that somehow there's got to be some great metanoia in that region, especially among the Russians, that they will all return to that great heritage together as brothers and sisters who inherited that same marvelous heritage that Prince Vladimir brought to that region. Pray for them, because the only thing that's going to stop this war is some kind of divine intervention. Pray to Saint Vladimir that he will intercede for the people to whom he brought Christian faith.